It is important for me to not overreact, but I really feel like I have to make that powerful statement. After 2 decades of experiencing the evolution of the sim gear, this is the second time my mind is fully blown away. And whenever I sit down and think about it, I still refuse to believe what I'm experiencing. The first mind-blowing moment was experiencing VR, and I'm sure the VR users understand what I'm talking about. And now is this dual drive motor belt tension system which can produce 400 newtons overall and make me really feel the G-forces not just under braking, but let me explain. This rig is built with the goal of the ultimate immersion, and the trade-off Qubic system is brutal when we talk about vertical forces and lateral chassis movements, but it's impossible to create sustained G-forces for extended period of time. Well, the king of the entry-level immersion experience is designed to solve that, and from what I'm experiencing the last few days, Qubic System surpassed my already high expectations. Guys, this is not a joke. Even if this do exactly the opposite of what is happening in the real car, my brain thinks those are real G-forces, and my old driving habits instantly kicks in. I remember having totally relaxed body state in my rally cars, just controlling the inputs with free hands and feet, but in sim I always had that tense and had to consciously think to relax. Well, first braking with the king, the belts tied my chest and my shoulders instantly relaxed. I really can't believe how much that braking G-force signal was missing from the picture all those years. I have to say, direct drive wheels were brutal step, Simucube Active pedals, brutal step, trade-off motion system, amazing step, but if I have to qualify my personal most mind-blowing sim experiences, first will be the VR, which is dream become true and instantly woke up natural instincts, and then is this belt tension system. And the reason I put those two above the rest is I remember when I first started driving in VR, whenever I step out of the rig and calm down and just think about it, I just refuse to believe what I'm experiencing. And I was thinking, I must be confused, it can't be that good. And now I have the same thought process whenever I jump out of the rig and thinking, is that true? I really feel that good? Or is just my imagination? The truth is, the last few days, every time goes like this. I brake, I feel, I react, and I smile. The entire braking process just came to life, from the initial extreme forces of 40 kg on my chest to gradually decelerating forces under trial braking to the weight transfer of the body while cornering due to the different amount of force to each belt side. And those two motors are so smooth and precise, moving the tension from side to side depending on the lateral forces, and it's just insane how my brain is tricked to read that as real decelerating G-forces, but I think I have good explanation for that. We are very visual driven species and mostly rely on our eyes, and it's just the way we evolve, and out of the 5 senses, vision is the strongest. Also, we have very high standards for ourselves, but we have one big problem. Our brain is very confirmation bias. As my intentions are to decelerate the car pressing the brake, and my vision confirmed that even if I physically don't move against the belts but belts press against me, my confirmation biased brain just read the pressure sense and confirm what my intentions and visuals suggest, even if in reality is quite the opposite movement between the belts and my body. It is amazing how weak measurement machines we are, but also how we can use that float for our own entertainment. That's how all the abracadabra tricks work, and that's how VR put us in the fake reality, and how Qubic System blow my mind with the king of the entry-level immersion belt system. I have to admit, I'm happy to be a human with all those flaws. Also, the amount of tricks Qubic System integrated in the software is insane, but it's way too early to even think about review, as there is so much still to explore and take advantage in my driving from this entirely new layer of information. There will be huge learning curve, but I couldn't resist and just had to share that experience with you guys. Braking and cornering the car and actually feeling it is another dream become true for me in the sim world. Cornering under braking and feeling those lateral forces is something I still can't believe is happening to me. I know my story is very subjective based on my personal feelings, but I believe that will be the same story for most of you, because I believe we the sim racers are with the most broken senses. That's why we're so immersed in that virtual driving. I just don't have other explanation, and I also know some of you won't be patient to wait for the full review and will pull the trigger, so here are a few important things you have to know. I have seen similar products making insane noises, but Qubic systems are known to be silent, and that's the case with this product too. The motors are really silent, and really silent are the low friction covers too. 200 newtons max for each motor, which is equal 20 kilo for each side of the belt, and 40 kilo weight pressure is serious amount, and I don't think I have experienced more than that in any of the real cars I drove before on slicks. About packaging and installation process, those are also absolutely top. It took me a few minutes to read the guide and 15 minutes to put together and take the first drive, as the Qubic Manager software I use for the trough system recognized the new hardware instantly and no any calibration needed. I just tied the belts as usual, and after the first brake, motors calibrate to my position. In general, it's just usual Qubic system experience, top quality and super user-friendly. Those guys really know how to make the first used experience very, very simple. I'm with 6 points belt system, which I believe must be the optimal, but one important part to really enjoy the effects properly is the shoulders must be aligned with the low friction covers. If I'm just a bit lower, the effects are totally different. And for those who knows me, won't be surprised from me ordering the Hans system, which I believe will be the ultimate experience, but will arrive Monday, and after testing I will share with you. In general, things are getting crazy here with the QS-BT1, which is absolute art. It is still hard to believe, even if I expected that. Just give me a few weeks to explore the full potential, not just from immersion point of view, but also from driving information, and I really don't remember when I was last time so excited about new product.